Coming up on Vegas Nation Blitz, getting set for another primetime game. We join the Raiders in the midst of a long gap between their loss on Thursday Night Football and their next game on Monday Night Football. We get you the latest on the special teams woes, some big storylines, and more. Vegas Nation Blitz, the Week 11 edition, starts right now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
Well, he's trying to get right. He wants to do right by his team, and he wants to get clear. And he's well versed on the mentality of how you do that, the preparation and the practice to get your mind clear so that you can perform like you're capable. And when they stack up on you after some time, you have to deal with it directly. So we're addressing that right now.
That was head coach Pete Carroll speaking Monday about his kicker Daniel Carlson's recent struggles. Hello and welcome into the Week 11 edition of Vegas Nation Blitz. I'm Dominic Lavoie. So you heard it there from Coach Carroll, and if you watched any of the Raiders games in the last couple of weeks, you saw it. Daniel Carlson struggling in the kicking game. Now, to go over that story and the ripples it created, as well as some additional talking points, we're going to bring in Vinny Bonsignore.
Well, even at 2-7, there's never any shortage of stories for the Raiders as they get ready for their game against the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. By the way, it's the Cowboys' first regular season visit to Las Vegas, which is pretty interesting because their owner, Jerry Jones, played a big role in the Raiders landing here in Las Vegas and a stadium deal with Allegiant Stadium. So interesting that Jerry Jones finally gets a chance to come out here in the regular season to play the Raiders. Aside from that, how about Daniel Carlson and the kicking woes that he's experienced this year, including the missed extra point and the missed field goal against the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos in a 5-day period that really helped contribute to 2 losses for the Raiders. Well, what'd they do? The Raiders, they brought in veteran kicker Greg Joseph to their practice squad, kind of putting Daniel Carlson on a little bit of notice that if you don't get your act together, we've got a replacement here in the building. I got a chance to talk to Daniel about that. He gets it. He understands it. It's a results-oriented business. Every position is under scrutiny when it comes to that, and so he is looking forward to responding accordingly. And that starts on Monday night against the Dallas Cowboys. If he could get back to being Daniel Carlson, I don't know that Greg Joseph is going to be here much longer. Also, Jackson Powers-Johnson going on the injured reserve list with the ankle injury. Saw Jackson Powers-Johnson in the locker room in a cast on a scooter. It looks like he's going to be out for a long period of time. I would not expect him back the regular season. Caleb Rogers, the rookie from Texas Tech. I don't know that he's going to get the start against the Dallas Cowboys. If I was making the decisions, that's who I would turn to. It's time for the Raiders to get a look at some of these young players, including Caleb Rogers, a third-round pick from Texas Tech. Those are the top stories that I'm keeping an eye on. Offensive guard, who replaces Jackson Powers-Johnson? Is it going to be Caleb Rogers or Alex Kappa? And does Daniel Carlson get on the right track in order to hold on to his kicking job with the Raiders?
All right, now Vinny mentioned some of the special teams woes already, but the other news that broke on Friday was a firing of special teams coordinator Tom McMahon. Now, he was in the middle of his 4th season with the Raiders, and after the recent struggles from the specialist, he was let go by the team. Pete Carroll on Monday speaking on the move.
I thought we needed a change, and I love Tom. He's a great dude, and he's done a great job for us. He's a career ball coach, and but I thought we just needed a change.
Now, in his stead, Darius Swinton II moves up from special teams assistant to lead the specialist. Coach Carroll also shared his thoughts on Swinton taking over.
Part of that is that I want to see what Darius does with it and see how he handles it. I mean, he's done it before. He's been in this situation before. He's been a team's guy before, and he's very well versed. But I think it was time for a change there, and that's why we did that. He's a very good communicator, very active on the field, hands-on type of coach, really skilled in scheme. There's not time to change a bunch of our scheme at this point, but it's to emphasize and to focus on things that we think we need to get better. And so I'm hoping that the voice change will help us in that regard.
All right, now to the defensive side of the ball. Jonah Laulu, the Vegas native and Centennial High School alumnus, has been balling. Through 9 games this year, Laulu has started 7 times, and he's got 6 tackles for a loss, a career high, 4 sacks, another career high, 7 quarterback hits, yeah, that's a career high, and 5 passes defense, another career high. Now, this is Laulu's only 2nd year in the NFL, but he's taken a major step. He spoke in the locker room about what led to that growth.
things are starting to click more for me mentally, going to my second year. Because last year, I was all over the place, and so this year it's clicking for me. Things are making a lot more sense to me. I'm understanding what's happening, and now I just got to hone into my technique and then take some chances, go out there and make some plays, be disruptive. I say play recognition and then also just trusting myself, because last year the biggest thing was I was like, they always say it's like cheesy. They say like you're your biggest enemy, like man in the mirror. But that's really what it was, is not second guessing myself. Just last year I would have an idea. I was like, okay, I think this is about to happen, but then I wouldn't trust it. And then that's when I play slow, because I'm thinking. But now that I'm out there just playing and I feel it, I play much faster. Having these guys around me, AB and Max and them, having them around me, helps, push me forward, just because they always play at a really high level, and so it's just accelerating my process and my development. And I think that's the biggest thing that's been changing for me, is not as much thinking.
All right, we're going to take a step away real quick, but after the break, Adam Hill joins the show for his Fast Takes. Plus, we have a quick recap of the Turkey Time with the O-Line event at Allegiant Stadium, and Heidi Fang joins the show to share her one thing. Stay right there.
DNR House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler. We specialize in natural and lab-grown loose diamonds, engagement rings, and custom design. If you're looking for lab-grown diamonds, we have one of the largest selections at the best prices in Las Vegas. We make luxury affordable every day.
Now we're going to swing things over to Adam Hill for his Fast Takes in Week 11.
A major change for the Raiders coaching staff this week as they fire special teams coordinator Tom McMahon. Darius Swinton takes over as the interim special teams coordinator. He's been on the staff for a while with McMahon, so probably not a massive shakeup in terms of scheme or things like that, but just different messaging. What I was told by one of the players today, a lot of little tiny changes that might result in some significant changes for the unit going forward. And look, changes probably had to happen. They were not playing well. They were not performing at a high level. Several games this year, poor special teams play has cost the Raiders chances to win those games. Was it the biggest problem on the team? Probably not, but it was the easiest one to fix right now. There's a ready-made replacement in Darius Swinton. There's guys that are very trusting of him. He's done the job before. You're not going to make a big change on offense, probably not on defense, where they've actually been playing pretty well lately. So a change is made on special teams. So we'll see exactly what this does for the team. Again, probably not a whole lot of schematic changes, but just little things to focus on, little different messaging, and maybe it'll improve special teams play. And also send a message to everybody else that everyone will be held accountable on this team for the struggles if you're not holding up your end of the bargain.
And now to swing things over to Heidi Fang for her one thing. It's a bit festive this time, as Veterans Day was Tuesday. Heidi, take it away.
Thanks, Dom. Several of the Raiders players have family and ties to the military, including Adam Butler, Ashton Genty, Caleb Rogers, and John Radigan. They spoke with me this week when Veterans Day was observed about how that has helped shape their lives.
I watched my dad do a lot of hard, tough things in the military, and he rose to each and every occasion, and continued to work hard and level up. But no matter what we got going on in this football world, there's nothing like what they got going on.
That's literally the foundation of my life. I'm a big military person, because of my dad. He provided, stability, discipline, structure, like I said, alongside my mom, and I wouldn't be who I am today without both of them.
For me personally, it means a lot. Both my grandpas served, and obviously, the people that I was with in my time at West Point, and all the connections that I've made with service members, it does mean a lot to me, and it goes a long way. And so it's always a good day to kind of celebrate the dedication that people have and the commitment that people make to our country.
My mom is a captain in the Army, retired captain in the Army. She was in the Army for, I don't know, as long as I can remember. My dad was in the Army for 27. He was a sergeant major, which is the highest rank you can achieve in the military, in the Army. My mom was a nurse, so she was more of a nurse to me for a long time, more than she was a military woman. And then the older I got, she kind of started to have some more deployments, going overseas and stuff like that. And probably around the time I was about 10, she got to the captain rank. And she, for a lot of people, if you guys don't know, Captain America's real name is Steve Rogers. My last name is Rogers, so my mom became the real-life Captain America. That's what they called her on base. And before she retired, she had a chance to promote, I think, to major, or just like take another step up, but she wanted to retire as a captain. specifically just for that. So shout out to her. She's my hero. That is my rock and my superhero for real.
From all of us here at Vegas Nation, we extend our thanks to those who have served. Now back to you, Dom.
Now finally Tuesday, the Raiders hosted their annual Turkey Time with the O-Line event. Offensive linemen handing out meals to families in need in the Las Vegas Valley right after their practice. Now families came through the Allegiant Stadium parking lots and they were greeted by the big men as they handed them their meals. Now 3 Square Food Bank partnered with the Raiders for the event to help out families in need in Southern Nevada during the holiday season.
Well, we plan to distribute about 700 meals. As you can see from the line wrapped around the stadium up over the highway, we probably have at least that many people in line that have been waiting for several hours because first and foremost, it's the Raiders, and so people do really like to come out and see the players, and we appreciate that partnership. But we also have a lot of people this year, more people than ever in need at the holiday season. We have never seen the level of food insecurity in our community that we're experiencing right now. With the federal government shut down, we have federal employees that are affected. We have people that didn't receive SNAP benefits or only received partial SNAP benefits, and just a lot of other things, rising prices of many things, groceries, gas, that are affecting everyone in the community, and that becomes even more difficult at the holidays.
All right, that'll do it here for Vegas Nation Blitz in Week 11. Thank you all for tuning in, and make sure to return this Sunday for Vegas Nation Game Day to get primed up for the Cowboys Monday Night Football game. Plus, make sure to follow us on social media at Vegas Nation and follow along on the web at vegasnation.com, and also tune into the Vegas Nation First and 10 podcast on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts fixed. Now, once again, thanks for hanging with us. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.